Join me on this edition of the Need to Ride. So this morning we're going to get rid of this ugly windscreen. So let me show you what I'm going to replace it with. So I got this from Revzilla. I don't get anything free from Revzilla. I'm not sitting here trying to hawk their wares, but they do have a lot of good stuff on the internet or in their stores, right? So this is a GIVI. I got the touring one, but I got the smaller touring one, I thought. It's a little bit bigger than the other one, as you can tell. It's not exactly the size I wanted. I wanted something a little smaller. But I'm going to put it on. I'm going to see what it looks like. I think I paid somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 for this, $220. So it was pretty reasonable. I wanted to get the hardware because my hardware on this bike, I'm missing. I can get that in there for you. This is missing. I'm missing a piece there. The other side is good. I don't know what happened to it. It's a mystery to me. I'm going to put this on anyway, and then I'll be able to put this piece of hardware on even with this piece put together. So I did order. What I thought I did is I did order the hardware for it, but when you order one of these, you have to order this bag of hardware. That's for the top. These are little brackets that keep this thing stable. I wouldn't suggest you put it on there without it. But I thought it was for the hardware on the sides as well. So I still have to buy more hardware. Whatever. We'll see what it takes now to put this on, and I'll show you the finished product. As my GS goes through its journey of reconstruction, bring it back to I would call almost brand new. First thing I got to do is take off this piece, and I started it already on one side, and it's got this castle nut, but there's supposed to be another piece that I'm missing that this goes into and bolts this together, but I'm missing that. So again, I'm gonna have to order it. It's the same on this side. I started to loosen up the castle nut, and then now this just comes out, and that's the castle. And this piece will come out. I'll show you what I'm missing. This is the piece I'm missing right here. Don't know what happened to it. It got lost somewhere, somehow. I'll put the castle nut back on it as well. This way I don't lose pieces. And now this thing will come apart once I take these out with the torque screws, which I have ready right here. It's a 25 Torx, and that's and again, I got my little guy out. I told you I use this thing a lot. This is pretty simple to take on and off. The hardest part is getting these screws aligned with the bracket that's underneath here when you're going to put it back on. And you heard the little nut fall down. Definitely don't want to lose this hardware, because some of this stuff is hard to find. Lift this out there, spread it apart, lift it, and out it comes. Voila! Here's the little lock nut that I dropped. And you can see that. I taped this one in. If you look, I'll do the same with this because it's a total nightmare to sit there and try to do all that. I'll take this little nut and I'll tape it to the back of this bracket. And you can see this bracket, it moves around. So as I said, it gets a little dicey trying to get it on. I cut a little piece off. Size it. Should be good. Then I'll place this on. Put it in. Now there's a little, it goes inside in the behind there, and it's got a little feature that holds the nut from rotating. And all I'm doing is keeping the nut in its place, so when I put those screws in, I don't have to sit there and hold it from behind, and it won't be dropping out as I'm trying to put the screen on. So let's get to that. There's the brackets, and then as I put this together, I'll figure out what I got and what I don't. Figure out what I have and what I don't have. I think this is for, let's see, not sure what I have here. I'm about to look at the instructions. Something I don't always do. All right. I think this is going to be a little tip. You have to save these little grommets off the top of your old screen, because I don't see them being supplied by GIVI. So I took them off, and I'll see if they fit on the new one. I'll take off the protective cover. Those over there. And I put the screws in to the top. That's the first thing you do, is you put this on using these screws. So let's try to do that. Like that one. Yeah, if it's not straight, that swiveling piece back there, you're just not going to get it. And it looks like I got a clamp on like this, and a hand to get it right. Okay. those are on. First thing is to get the grommet in. And push this in. I put a little silicone on this, spray silicone, just so it makes it easier to put in. You always want to lubricate a piece of rubber before you put it in. Helps make it last longer. And something like this, it helps. It helps with the installation. So that's that. I'll tighten that up in a minute. I'm going to fix the other side, put the washer on the back like it's supposed to. Tiny. Ratchet in my pocket. Hopefully I'll forget it. I'll wander around the garage. Oh, where's my ratchet? Where's my ratchet? Check my pocket, and there it is. Okay. And that's that. Now, I'm gonna hook this up. What does that look like? Again, you got these pieces. On your old bike, I think we go wide. Ooh, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Look at that. There's a little slot right here that this has to go through, and I didn't notice that. All right, so take it apart a couple of times. You get to figure it out. So let me show you what it looks like after I fix all that. These two pieces have to go back on from the old windscreen. So if you don't have the old windscreen, you have to order these. I'm going to put these on now. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So okay, there's the final product. If you look at it, I'm going to put these little buttons in up top, a little spacer on the bottom. I can get in there for you. I'm going to put that little spacer in the bottom here so this piece doesn't go, stays even with the bracket, so the bracket doesn't push it onto the glass. Looks pretty good. I like it. I don't like the fact that this says 130, where is it? 130 kilometers. That's 80 miles an hour for us. mortals, but I'm sure it'll be fine. This is, it tilts back and forth, but with the system that they have, that BMW did with this little piece here, I think it's kind of a set and forget. You're certainly not adjusting this thing when you're underway. So all in all, it took about an hour to do. I had a couple of, aha moments with it. The big thing is to remember, don't mount these brackets. First thing you got to do is the 2 screws in the front, then get your mounting on the bottom figured out, and then you can attach the brackets up on top. So when you first put it on, these brackets will just be hanging. You put your 2 pieces together, the 2 plastic pieces together that create the locking mechanism for the top, and then you put it all together. So it's really not that bad. So I'm glad I did it. It's way better than what I had. I'm grabbing it right now. I mean, if you look at the difference, right? It's ugly. That was ugly. So I couldn't save that piece. It just wasn't going to happen. But I am glad it's a little bigger. It's a little bigger screen than what that I took off. So it'll give me a little bit more wind protection. Might be a little bit hotter in the summer, but not too bad. We'll see how when I ride it, how my eyes are on this top of the screen. Sometimes when you get the screens that are like right in your eye field of vision, it's annoying to say the least. So worst comes to worst, I'll try to make the adjustments to the screen. If I have to go to a glazier and have them cut it, I can do that. I'm hoping I don't have to go through that. I've done that before. But bike's shaping up. Next thing I gotta do is get the back pad, passenger pad. I'm gonna put upper crash bars on it because I definitely want to put the big lights on the front. I want to get the amber lights so people see me better. And I'll probably do something with the backlighting, add a second light. And the last thing I'll do is the GPS. I'm gonna probably upgrade the GPS, or maybe I'll just use the phone. I'll just put a phone mount in for the phone and just use the phone. It's probably the cheaper way to go. And I'm not planning on taking any really big trips with it, so I really don't need the big GPS. I probably can get away with the phone. Any suggestions, comments on anything I need to do, or what do you think I should do to the bike? I'll be really, really interested to see what you guys have to say. So on that note, thank you for joining me on this edition of The Need to Ride. See you next time. Until then, God bless and keep riding.